Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Hicks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like, subscribe, to those notifications so you don't miss the show. Of course, you can always watch our replay over on our YouTube channel, hitting the live tab. Of course, give us a like, a thumbs up right away to help us build up our audience. We greatly appreciate that. Today, we'll have picks right here from the NBA, college basketball, NHL as well. But first, we'll meet the cappers, get right to picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. Let's go to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much, Tony. Nice little winning day yesterday. Can't complain. Hit my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day with Duke. No doubter there. They rolled Illinois. Definitely wasn't wearing the hat yesterday, that's for sure. Need me a Duke hat. They've been absolutely on fire. I think if you don't have a Final Four ticket on Duke, I think you missed that boat. It's long gone. They're just looking unbeatable, and I don't know who's going to stop them. Maybe Auburn, but it's going to take at least into the Final Four. They cruise. They're beating everybody. And then the NBA, the good old Lakers upsetting the Nuggets, heading into Denver with a big win there. I took the points. Should have taken the money line. Should have put the big balls up on the table and taken the money line too. But I took the points. I think it was a cakewalk there. It slam dunk play. So looking to get a 3 straight on those. So heating up. Definitely can't complain. Let's get to it today.
Let's say hello to Ron. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, Tony, good to be here today. Yeah, nice winning day yesterday. And yeah, Rod, Auburn has lost to Duke. So, hey, I don't know if they can beat them either. But yeah, Duke is just a firepower right now. And I would not step in front of them at all. But yeah, looking forward to another great day. So let's get at it.
Let's get at it indeed. Let's see. El Nino's. El, come off a good day yesterday. El, what's happening?
Yeah, it had been a little bit of a rough stretch, but finally put an end to that yesterday, and hoping to keep that way for a while. So, might be time to jump aboard. Yeah, looking forward today and keep it rolling, of course.
Yeah, not only Al, but everybody here, Ron, Rod, and of course we'll say hello to Solo, who's doing the top of the board. 8-2 for Solo yesterday.
I was checking the site. Sorry, Solo. I was checking the site. I thought I'd be up at the top of the leaderboard, but there was a bunch of guys ahead of me too. So yeah, a lot of guys got it right yesterday.
Oh yeah, you know how they do with Tony's picks. You got to get like 500-600 to get on that top board. Man, they got a lot of cappers. Everybody rolling, making money. We had a good day yesterday. We seeing the board clear. We ready to fire, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. We're waiting for Rod to get his device connected here, and we'll include him in the stream. So we're just waiting for him to get his connection. But we're going to get started here with the show. We're going to do NBA here on this 10-game card tonight here for Sunday. A lot of national TV games. With football over, you're going to see a lot of TV games here. Let's get started here. We start with the Knicks and Celtics. Celtics 8.5. I see a 9 starting to pop up. 9.5 at Circa. My goodness. That's the biggest number there. 9.5. Their total sits 231.5. Mavericks and Warriors. The Warriors 9 now coming up here. Wow, we're seeing these numbers move here. Total 230. Clippers and Pacers here. Pacers 4, 3.5. Total 230. Let's take a look here at this injury report as we see what we got out there. So Rod, wait for Rod. Still showing device not connected. Rod in the might want to log in, log out there in the green room there. Let's see if we get his device connected there for Rod. Rod signed out. Oh, okay. So he'll be back with us in just a second. But let me go ahead and go over the injuries here for today. We've got McCullough, Robinson out for New York. OG and Hart are questionable. Keda questionable. Tillman out for Boston. Dallas and Golden State here. We've got Davis, Gafford, Lively, Martin out for the Mavs. Powell is doubtful. PJ will be questionable for Dallas. Kuminga remains out here for Golden State. In the game between the Clippers and Pacers, Leonard and Powell are questionable. Johnson out there. So there you go here for the injury report for these games. So we get it started here with Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Knicks in this one. We can't trust the Boston Celtics laying points at home. So 10 and 17 ATS at home. So I'm going to take the Knicks and all those points in that one. And I'm going to look at Golden State. I like what Golden State's doing right now with Butler coming in there, and definitely want to look at them. Not sure what Dallas is doing, but they've been playing okay without AD in there, but I still want to go with Golden State in this one.
There from Ron on over to Al.
Yeah, I'll go. If I'm looking at Golden State here, I don't think that line is out yet. I will check on it, but I will look at Golden State in the first quarter because, again, I don't really like getting close to laying double digits. And I think the Pacers actually get it done at home. So Not crazy about it, but I'm looking Pacers, and that line did drop already, if I'm not mistaken. So if I can end up getting a 3 with the Pacers, I'll probably wait on that. And if I can get a 3 with the Pacers, I'd like it a lot better at -3.
All right, we got Rod back in the loop here. We'll start, Rod, with the first 3 in the NBA. Back to Rod.
Yeah, looking at those first 3 in the NBA. Windy here today, so that's probably my big issue here. Looking at the Knicks taking on Boston here in this matchup. You look at Boston not covering spreads so much over their last 5, 1 of 4 ATS. And on the road, it's a coin flip. 13 and 13 ATS on the road for these Knicks. Look at what they've been doing defensively. Ooh, been giving up over 50% field goal shooting and giving up 129 points a game over their last 5. And facing the Celtics club that we know can score at will. When they start hitting threes, they can easily pin 130 on this Knicks club. But what I do like here in this one is I like the over 232. That's too low. You look what the Knicks do here when playing third game at 4-night spot. Well, they're 10-1 to that over, and we know Boston can run it up on the Knicks as well. So give me the over 232 in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is give me Dallas plus a 9. Warriors laying 9. Now they're getting a little bit too much respect. Are these Warriors there? Give me Dallas plus a 9. That's just too many. You look what Dallas has been doing. 4-0-1 ATS. They've been covering these numbers. I'll take Dallas plus a 9 there.
There from Rod. We move on over to Solo.
New York and Boston. New York coming off embarrassing loss at Cleveland. I think they'll find a way to scrap. I think OG was in for that one. He should be definitely ready to go for this. And Hart's probably questionable. I think he plays. Either way, I think they seem to get up and down, push this total over. I don't really I don't want to lay it with Boston right now. They're getting healthy, but just too many points. So let's go with the over. Knicks, Celtics. I'm on the Mavericks on the money line. I'm not really sure what's going on with this line. It's at 8.5, 9. This is a little too high for me. I like the way Dallas is playing. I'm gonna hold my nose and take a shot. You guys take the points. You know how we get down. I'm on the Mavs on the money line. And I'm on the Pacers, man. The Pacers are healthy, and at home they roll. So sign me up with Indiana minus the 2.5. Or what is it? 3.5. Yeah, we laying it.
There from Solo. What do I think about these games? Yeah, I like the over in New York and Boston. New York 8-2 to the over in their past 10 games. Where's the defense? This is kind of how I thought they were going to defend early in the season, but we're starting to see New York's defense really struggle. Although Knicks are shooting well, but they're not defending, giving 50% over their past 5 games. So I'll look at them in that spot to go over. Yeah, I have to look at the Mavericks in this spot. Look at the Warriors look great in that game against Sacramento. But remember, they were rested for 8 days. They had 8 days of rest. Let's see how the Warriors are going to look when you're playing 3 to 4 games a week. So it's
why is it so high?
I think they're
overreacting. Right there, Solo. I think that's your answer. That's why.
It's an overreaction. It's an overreaction to what you saw against the Kings, and that you're not going to see that Warriors team like that unless they play game 1 of the playoffs and they miss the play-in round because they had a lot of rest. And that's why they would. Again, they're an older team. You're going to play 3 to 4 games a week. Once the grind of the NBA schedule starts to hit again, they'll start to fade back again. That's what I think is going to happen to the Warriors. Maybe add Butler to that list again. Butler always missed a lot of games too, right? When you're back-to-backs, you play 3 and 5 nights. That's going to catch up to you. But when you got a fully rested Warriors team, watch out. But you're not going to have that the rest of the season until you get to the playoffs in game 1. Then you'll have if they miss the play-in round. That's the only way they'll look like that. I'll probably look at the Clippers if their guys play, right? We got Powell and Kawhi out. If they play, I'm on them. But right now, that's how I look at that one. Looking at this against winning teams, Indiana just 3-4 the spread at home, and LA has shot the ball pretty well over their past 5. Let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue here with the next games here on the board. We've got Suns and Raptors here. This one moved back to the Suns here. I'm seeing ones actually back and forth. Raptors favorite, Suns favorite. This is up in the air here. Total sits here 227.5. Pistons and Hawks. We've got the Pistons 3 on the road. Total 238.5. Wizards and Magic going head to head here. Magic now up to 13. Total 216.5. Haven't they seen the ATS run here for this Wizards? I don't know if they have or not. Let's take a look here at the injury games here. We will have we have the 6 Eastern games, which we have quite a few here. We got the Pistons and Hawks. Ivy remains out with that broken leg. Tulo Smith out for Detroit as well. Krejci and Nance out for Atlanta. Young probable. in the game between the Wizards and Orlando. For the Wizards, Bay, Brogdon, Middleton, Smart are all out. Sarr and Coulibaly are questionable. Suggs remains out for Orlando. Isaac there is questionable. Suns and Toronto. We got Martin here out for Phoenix. Ingram, Tucker out for Toronto. Portal is questionable for Toronto. So you're caught up there with the injuries in this block. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and look at this Washington taking on the Magic here in this one. We've seen a meeting earlier this season. That's probably why, because he's seen the Magic. It was 121-94. They whooped up on the Wizards, but that was back in November. They whooped up on the Wizards then. Wizards, they've been covering big giant spreads, but definitely not been winning games, that's for sure. And I think this Orlando Magic team, the second half, I think it's in for a big second half for the Magic team. They've already got themselves a nice couple covers rolling along. They did lose to Memphis late, but that was a battle in that one. Second half of back-to-back as well for the Magic. So I forgive them for that one. All those points, looks like they're baiting you into Washington. Don't you want Washington with all these points? Because how many times have we seen the Magic laying this kind of number all season long? We haven't. I'm going to lay with the Orlando Magic. I believe in Magic. in that one, I don't believe in the Wizards. I'm no Kuzma to smash the ball out of someone's hand late to get that three-point dunk for you. So no Kuzma, no late smash there. Orlando smashes. Just I don't think Washington scores 100. So if you want, find a team total there and take it. And then another one I'm looking at here is this should be a good game. I'm going to take the over between Detroit and Atlanta. I think we see up and down the court they go. You know, Atlanta doesn't play a whole lot of defense. Detroit's shooting the ball pretty well. Going to lean to Detroit on the road, but I like the track beat. Give me the over 238, Detroit and Atlanta.
Yeah, they're from Rod on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Rod on that Washington and Orlando game. Washington averages losing 13 on the road, so we're going to go ahead and if you can get that 12.5, I get that. Maybe 13 might be your magic number in that. And, yeah, give me the Magic minus 12.5, 13. I wouldn't go above 13, though. For Phoenix and Toronto, you know, Toronto, we love playing them at home. We love playing them as an underdog at home, but when we're getting an underdog at home with them, it's more the 4 to 5 point range, and now we're looking at 1 to 2. I'm going to take the Suns. I don't like the Suns, but I'm going to take the Suns in that one.
From Ron on over to Al.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Tough spot for the Suns, back to back here on the road, but I think they're the better team still, so I'll go that way. And I'll look at the Wizards in the first half. I like the 7.5 points. I think this is way too many points for the Magic to be laying. And I think they at least keep it competitive that far. And the first quarter lines did just pop up. So I see the Warriors -3. And you could add the Celtics -3 to that, too, for the earlier picks.
Here from Al Ninos on over to Solo.
Washington, Orlando. Yeah, I'm not scared. Give me the Wizards plus the points. Orlando, they're playing better ball, but it's just too many points. I think Washington finds a way to sneak in the back door. Give me the Wizards plus the 12. I'm sorry. Detroit and Atlanta, I think these teams are going to get up and down, but I'm going to lay it with Detroit. I think the Pistons are just a better team. I like the way they're playing ball. Trae Young just doesn't have a lot of help. I think Detroit pulls away second half. Let's lay with the Pistons. And Toronto and Phoenix, I'm going to over 231.
And they're from Solo. Tell what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the Washington here plus the points here. I just still don't trust Orlando to make shots, especially with their backups. If they have a big lead, I could see a Wizards backdoor easily. Remember, Jordan Poole's still out there. He likes the stat pad. So you know, with the Wizards, their starters play the whole game, even if they're getting beat. They have a chance to cover that game late. So I'll look at Washington in that spot. Pistons in Atlanta. Yeah, I like the over in that one. Hawks. I guess these teams that give a 46% shooting or greater, they're 9-5 the over here. At home. So I look for them. I like the Hawks over at home as well. Yeah, I'm going to look here at Toronto. It is a back-to-back here for Phoenix. Again, Toronto with rest advantage. Somebody in the comments says, Jeff, they got to go through customs. You know what it's like going through customs now for some of these teams. They don't make it easy for them anymore. I looked up, I went here. Interesting to note here, Phoenix 3-12-1 to the spread with rest disadvantage. So just to note here, the team they're playing is rested. The Toronto 9-5 the spread with rest advantage. So interesting trends there. When the Suns are with no rest against a team rested, they have really been terrible against the spread. So look at Toronto in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue on here with the NBA with these next series of games. We got 4 left on the board, so we'll knock them off here on one swoop. We got Heat and Bucks. We got the Bucks here, 5.5 total 221. Spurs and Pelicans. The Pelicans 1.5 total 240.5. Grizzlies and Cavs. We've got the Cavs 6 total 249. Thunder and T-Wolves. Look at this one. Thunder up to 9.5 total 229. There's reasons there. We're going to give you some injury updates here on these games as we close out the NBA. Heat here will be without Levin Stevens. Hero is probable. Milwaukee, no Kanan, no Portis. Trent, Prince, Lillard, and Giannis are all probable in the game between the Spurs and Pelicans. Spurs, a clean injury report. Remember, Wemby's out for the year, will no longer show up on the injury report. Boston out for New Orleans. Memphis and Cleveland, clean injury report from Memphis. We've got Allen, Garland, questionable for Cleveland. Green, probable. OKC and Minnesota. Mitchell will be out for OKC on the Minnesota side. DiVincenzo. We also have Jesse Edwards, not Anthony Edwards. Make sure you get the guys that understand it's Jesse Edwards out. Gobert, Randall out for Minnesota. So you're caught up on block of 4. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and the first one I'm looking at here is I like the give me the under open 247.5 and up to 248. That's too many points. Give me the under Memphis and Cleveland. Normally it's like the Memphis hustle, but 248. Ooh, books have definitely adjusted there. Give me the under 248 in that matchup. I just don't see it cruising into the 250s there. Not the way that Memphis has been shooting the ball over their last 5. They've been struggling to shoot the ball. Only shooting 43.8%. They definitely haven't been shooting like we've seen Memphis all season long. Only averaging 112 points a game over those last 5 as well. So I just don't think Memphis right now is in the pace to be doing the run and gun there. So I'll take the under 248. And then give me the Spurs here in this spot. I still don't trust the Pelicans. You look, both teams have 9 wins. One's at home, one's on the road. Coin flip price. I'll take the Spurs. You can take the 1.5 if you want. I'm going to take the money line. I think they go into New Orleans and get the outright win. Give me the Spurs in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Rock.
Well, I hate to disagree with my buddy Rod, but I'm looking at the over in that Memphis-Cleveland game. Versus the Eastern Conference, they're 16-5 to the over is Memphis, and versus the Western Conference, 15-3 to the over is Cleveland. I know it's a pretty big total, but you got the number 2 West against the number 1 East here going. It's going to be a great game. Regardless, but I'd lean over in that one. And I agree on the Spurs. The reason they're favored, we're going to take the Spurs. They figured it out without Wemby, and they're a pretty good team still. So give me the San Antonio Spurs in that one.
From Ron, we move on over to Al.
I got to agree with the guys on the Spurs here, and I'll take – let me see something real quick. Take the Timberwolves in the first half, plus the 5.
From El Nino, it's on over to Solo.
Yeah, I don't really love these last 4 games, but I actually got 2 premiums also. But let's go with give you something solid though. I actually like the Cleveland Memphis over myself. I think these teams going to get up and down and score some points. So let's go over Memphis Cleveland. And where's the other game at? I'm sorry. Oh, and I like the Spurs as well.
There from Solo, right? I'll tell you what here. I think about these games here. I'll look at the Heat plus the points in this spot. Milwaukee 4-6 is the spread at home against teams that shoot the ball well at 46% or greater. Looking here at this Heat, have defended well over their past 5 games, so I'll look at them in this spot. And just over the past 4, the Bucks giving up just too many points. Also, here in the Grizzlies and Cavs, I'll look with the Cavs. I don't know what kind I'm seeing with these Grizzlies on the road, failing to cover 3 straight away from home. And you look at the Cavs, man, at home, just too strong at home right now. In their past 2 at home, put up averaging 128 points per 100 possessions. But you look at their past 5 games, the way they're shooting the ball and putting up points over the past 5, 129 points a game, 51% shooting, just too strong right now. I don't like the Grizzlies' road form at all. I'll take the Pelicans here, laying the point. Spurs defense has been really bad over the past 5 games, give up almost 50% shooting. As Solo would say, some of these bad teams win once in a while. This might be the once in a while right here with the Pelicans. Thunder in Minnesota, I just think it's a little too many points. You look at Minnesota, they are 11-5 as a spread at home against winning teams. I'll take Minnesota plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, remember, we're giving you our free picks here, but if you're looking for our best bets, guys, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. I'm going to share the screen right now so I can show you guys what it looks like, our site looks like, for those that don't know. So take a visit over to Tony'sPicks.com. This is where you'll find all of our best bets, premium plays, up there. All of our one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. We have a promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll save you 15% off. You can see many of our guys here on the show on the leaderboards. It's fantastic work here from all of our panel here. So go ahead and get signed up over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, now we're going to continue here on the show. Of course, Rod's got to leave us here in just a little bit. Rod, so why don't you give us what you got, and then let us know what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks.
Sounds good. Looking at this college basketball slate, first one I'm looking at is I like UCF here at home taking on Northern Texas. You look at Northern Texas, hey, 3-2 straight up, 2-1 against the spread. On the road, though, 5-4, 4-3-2 against that number. I think this is just that spot that USF gets up to play. They're 3-2 against that spread. I think there's just too many points in a game that comes down right to who's got the ball last. I'll take the Bulls there plus the 4.5 in that matchup. Another one I'm looking at here is you look at UCF. I think that might be a later game.
Just give us what you got. Just give us what you got.
Yeah, exactly. So they're taking on Utah here in this one, right? And you look at the last 13 day games for this UCF club. They've averaged 156 points or fewer in those games. And this totals up to 159.5. I see it's up to 160. So the total's on the rise, going the wrong way. Take the under Utah and UCF. Total's definitely going the wrong way in that matchup. And then you look at UCLA at home. Hey, man, they've turned things around and playing pretty good. But 6 points, I think it's too many. Give me Ohio State plus a 6.5 to keep it close with UCLA. We've seen UCLA last time. I think Nick Cronin beat up and smashed the whiteboard. You might smash another one here today. So take Ohio State plus the 6.5 in that matchup. And then, just respecting Georgetown here, eh? I'll take the 13 points you're giving me with the Hoyas heading into Creighton in that matchup. Just too many. Yeah, Georgetown 3-2. They're 5-4 against the number on the road this season. I think they can keep it a single-digit game there. Take Georgetown plus the points. And then look at Rutgers. I'm not laying 3.5 with Rutgers. No chance. Give me USC with the 3.5. You know what Rutgers does on Sundays? They lose. They've lost 10 straight on Sundays. Give me USC plus the points there in that matchup. And then over at Tony's Picks today, hey, I've got my college basketball 10-star slam dunk play of the day. We're going for our third straight with it. I got my NBA drop a dime play as well. And then I've got a 3-pack of college basketball up there for you. So definitely had it on over, scoop that up, had a winning day. I believe 5 of the last 6 days have been winning days, trending in the right direction, moving upwards, adding green to the board. So definitely head on over, scoop it up. Let's have a big winning day together. And a little parlay for you. Here's a parlay. I got Georgetown plus the points, USC plus the points, and then Ohio State plus the points. A little 3-team dog parlay for everybody today. Let's get to it. And then my NHL sniper will be up there shortly. I just have to load it in there for you.
There you guys go. Get on both Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see the results there. Click the link in the description. Get on signed up with Rod right now. Your promo code PICK at checkout. Tony T at checkout. Tony T at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. You that great success. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. And of course, we can always catch your NHL videos over on the site.
Yeah, definitely. All those NHL games today. Got you covered on the site. All 10 games covered there. One quick little bonus. I think the Chicago Blackhawks today. Big little dog winner. You know why? Soderblom's going to get the start. And guess what? Soderblom loves to play the Leafs. He's on a nice 2-0 run against the Leafs. He beat them 4-1 earlier. He beat them 4-3. He's on a nice 2-0 run against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is one of those flat spots. The Leafs got up for beating Carolina last night. Now they got to come into face a Blackhawks club that, hey, they come up and bite teams. So bonus for you. Take the Chicago Blackhawks on the money line. They beat the Leafs today.
There you go.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Rod. Have a great one.
Catch you guys tomorrow.
Catch you tomorrow. Let's hit the books. Rod here on the Tony This Morning Show. Hey, you can always check the replay if you need Rod's rundown again, and we got to get through it fast. But if you need to see it again, just check our archive for that. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show as we'll knock the college hoops here in two blocks, and the way we'll start it off here is we'll cover the games here in the first block, the nooners, the noon Eastern, and include the 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So the nooners and the 1:30 p.m. Eastern in this first block. We start with Ron.
Yeah, going into the 1:30 slot, I'll go right to that one. Purdue and Indiana. We know Purdue just gets up and down. They'll probably put 90 on Indiana today. Take the over in that one. I think it's easy, 149.5. Take that over in that one. Merrimack unders. We talked about it on the happy hour. They just keep cashing those unders. Go under on Merrimack, and I own it. I agree with Rod. Give me the USF Bulls in that one, plus 4.5 at home. I think they're the better offensive team. And I'm going to look at Colgate. Colgate laying it on the road, but I think they're just better than Loyola, Maryland. So I want you to take Colgate minus the 5.5.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Al, the games, the nooners, and include 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
I hate to do this now going up against two of the guys, but I was leaning North Texas to come in here to Tampa and get the job done. But I think their defense, as you mentioned, yes, USF may have the better offense, but I think North Texas has the better defense, and they've been shooting the ball pretty well. So I think they get the job done here. Again, of course, I'd rather be laying 3 than the 4.5, but I'll lay the 4.5. I mean, again, not crazy about that number, but I think North Texas gets the job done here. Also looking at St. John's again with the same number here, but again, going to lay it. They're 16-0 at home, 9-1 their last 10. Should be a good game, but I think they pull away at the end here.
Yeah, from El Nino, it's on over to Solo.
UConn and St. John's, I do think these teams are going to get up and down, score some points. I'm going to take this total over 138.5 and a strong lean toward UConn plus the points. North Texas and South Florida, I like North Texas defense. I think I'm going to take this total under 130.5. And I think that's all I have in this slot, Tony. Oh, I'm sorry. Indiana and Purdue. I'm actually with OG Ron. I'm on the over.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think here about some of these games in this early slot. Yeah, I'm going to look at USF here. Based on current form, you look at USF past 5 games, they've been really locking down defensively, holding teams to 39% shooting and hitting 46%. Mean Green not shooting the ball very well over their past 5, just over 43%. So I'll look at USF plus the points. Connecticut and St. John's and MSG. You know, I know it's St. John's home court, but you know what? UConn will have some of their fans over there too. Very interesting to see how the court will play too, right? Because you know the UConn, they got money at UConn, so you know they'll be over there. So
short drive.
Yeah, it's going to be. It might play like a neutral court in my eyes. You think this would run? Your thoughts and experience? You think this may play more like a neutral court, or you think St. John's will have the advantage there and the crowd support that one?
With the neutral court, I think it goes either way. But I agree. I like UConn in that one. I don't know. It's just something about early getting those boys up for those big ones. I just like UConn in that one.
Yeah, I also too. I like UConn here plus the 4.5 points. I think it's more of a neutral court sitting for both teams in MSG here, and the Huskies have really defended well over the past 5 games, 39%. We know with St. John's they can't shoot, but they rebound and play defense, and that's how they get by there. I'll look over for Purdue and Indiana here. I don't like Purdue's defensive form right now. We're giving up 50% over their past 5. I look for an over in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show as we close out college hoops with this final block. In this block, we're going to cover from 2 Eastern time all the way to the last game on the board, USC Rutgers at 6. So 2 Eastern all the way to 6 Eastern time, including the 6 Eastern. So we'll get it started here with Ron.
Yeah, we're going to look at first one. I'm going to look at Seton Hall and Xavier. They're laying 8.5, but I think it's too many points. I think we got a better defense with Seton Hall, so I'm going to take the plus 8.5 at home in that one. Going to look at Tulane. I'm not really understanding this line. And Wichita State off that big upset win. I got to go with Tulane plus the 4.5 here. Yeah, Green Bay, Youngstown not touching it. We know about that, right? They weren't near that. And I agree with Rod. I think I don't know, man. Ohio State they've had some bad losses lately. I think maybe this is a good bounce back spot. And if they don't, they may be really in trouble. So, man, you lose to Northwestern. I know you get pounded by your rival last weekend at home. We should have won that game. But, yeah, I would look at Ohio State in that one.
There from Ron on over to Al.
Yeah, I like this slot a lot better, but I'm looking at Robert Morris here. Won the last meeting by 2 on the road and coming in on 5 straight wins. They're 14-2 at home. Milwaukee just 7-7 on the road, so I'll take the Colonials here, laying the small number. And Cleveland State on the money line. Won the last meeting big, 92-75 at home, but don't think home court is saving Oakland today here, so I'll take the small plus money there with Cleveland State. And tougher matchup here, but leaning Drake in this one. I've been back in northern Iowa lately, and they're coming in on 6 straight wins, but I think this may be where their run ends. I think Drake is slightly better and may get the job done here. They won the last meeting pretty big as well, 66-52, so again, not sure that home court will save them here today. They are 13-2 at home, though, so that does scare you a little bit. But Drake's traveled well, also 7-1 on the road, so should be a good game. I think Drake ends up on top, though.
From El Nino's on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this Kansas State, Arizona State game. Really familiar with a lot of players on the Kansas State team. I used to do a little AAU coaching back in the day. Shout out to Doug McDermott. I think he'll get busy today. Let's lay it with Kansas State Wildcats. I think they bounce back. They've dropped 2 straight. I think they'll get back on board at home. Georgetown, there's just too many points. Sign me up with Georgetown plus 11.5. Creighton is clearly the better team. They got better size, better guards, but Georgetown plays hard. They scrap to the end. They'll find a way to get in the back door. Let's take the Hoyas plus the points. And, Rutgers. I'm just not a big fan of Rutgers. I'm going to take USC on the money line.
There from Solo. Tell me what I think about these games. I'm going to take FAU plus the points. A lot of points here. I know Memphis has been steamrolling, but man, they turn the ball over. They don't make their free throws. FAU, I think, is one of those teams that can defend well enough to stay in the game. And I'll take them here in this spot here, taking the points, especially coming off that loss against Wichita State in overtime. But so Memphis lost to them as well. Wichita State suddenly has turned back to that form from years ago. They've just been winning and covering the Shockers. So keep an eye on the Shockers. They've been shocking up to get some shocking results of late. Georgetown, great. Yeah, I think it's just too many. It's now moved up to 13.5 now. My goodness. It's Cooley. Give me the points in with Cooley. Georgetown, they defend away from home. That's what I like. They're allowing 42% shooting, and they've shot the ball well over their past games. They covered 3 of their past 4 with a push in their past 5. Creighton is only hitting 44% over their past 5 games, so they've kind of cooled off a little bit shooting wise. I'll look at Georgetown plus the points there. El Nino's made some good points back for Drake, but for me, I'm just looking at current form, and Drake over their past 5 games giving up 50% shooting. If you're going to take that form into Northern Iowa, give me Northern Iowa plus in this one in that spot against Drake there. And I agree here with USC plus the points. So USC the better shooting. USC in pretty good shooting form. Rutgers over their past 5 getting 47% shooting. Isn't this a quick turnaround? Didn't they just beat Washington? Was it Friday at night, that late night game? That's a quick turnaround, having to fly all the way back and it is a 6 Eastern game. This is the latest game on the board. What's going on with college basketball? Not giving us too many late games anymore on this Sunday. But anyway, also because the Pac-12, right? The Pac-12 used to have that doubleheader.
Cross country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a big cross country trip here for Rutgers coming back home from that West Coast trip. Although I'll look at SC plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the 20 more show. Guys, reminder, we're giving you
noticed all the recruits in California kind of side with Musselman more than Cronin.
You see that, huh?
Get a lot of kids. Yes, I am definitely seeing it. They don't like Cronin.
Yeah. Cronin can be a little aggressive there. They see his press conferences, and I can understand it. I can understand it. But again, Cronin is a salesman. He's out there playing golf with the boosters, asking, and he just said, he goes, if you want to play golf with me, you're gonna have to donate to our NIL. So he's doing everything he can to try to get the NIL money. It's just really, really telling here. We'll see how that rolls here. But yeah, he's definitely a player's coach at SC. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. And of course, USC tried to go the foreigner route last year. Didn't work very well for UCLA, right? They went overseas and got their guys. That didn't work out too well. Although he was more We'll see. Sometimes he's trying. We saw with Kansas, right? Trying to bring in these transfers, he just doesn't fit the mold. Where maybe these established coaches like Izzo had it right. Just stay loyal to your recruits. It's just that might be the way to do it for some, for the established coaches at least. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show, guys. Now it's time to look at NHL here for today. We'll cover in the first block of games. We'll cover the matinees: Edmonton and Washington. Edmonton $1.29 on the road, total 6.5. And then the other matinee game is Rangers at Penguins. We got the Rangers here $1.37, total of 6. And we'll get it started here with Ron.
Well, we got some horrible goalie matchups this afternoon. I mean, all the starters were in yesterday, but I think Edmonton bounces back. I don't like Charlie Lindgren in goal for Washington. If it was Thompson, it'd be a different story. But give me Edmonton to bounce back in the short line on the road there. Rangers in Pittsburgh. I'm not laying a 145 with the Rangers on the road. I know it's Blomqvist in goal for Pittsburgh, but as a home dog, I would take Pittsburgh in that one.
From Ron on over to Al.
I'm going the other way on that Rangers-Penguins game. I just think the Rangers better team this, especially. I mean, both teams kind of disappointing this season, but still like the Rangers better here. Pittsburgh just been playing awful. They did pick up a recent win, but had been way awful before that. So going to need to see a little bit more out of them before I start backing them. And sorry, how many games do we do?
Just the two matinees.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's all I got. The other one should be a great game. Oilers Capitals, definitely one to watch. No particular opinion on it today, however.
All right, let's continue on here on Tony's Morning Show for the NHL. We'll cover in this block the 4 that go off at 6:07. Just the 6:07s here. Kraken, Lightning. We got the Lightning $2.49, total 6. Avs and Blues. Avalanche $1.41, total 6. Ducks and Red Wings here. $1.89, total 6 on those amazing Ducks from yesterday. Devils and Predators. Devils $1.17 on the road, total 6. Start with Ron.
Yeah, amazing performance by Jordan Bennington in the Four Nations Classic. Gotta see a letdown here. I know he wasn't in goal yet. It was Hofer yesterday for the Blues. I'm looking at the Avalanche bounce back here against Bennington. He's probably hearing all the cheers and everybody. Yeah, congratulations, because he stood on his head. Let's face it, for Canada. But I'm gonna look at Colorado in this one. Looking at Tampa Bay on the puck line, I just don't like Seattle on the road in that one. You got to go with Detroit at home. Give me Detroit in regulation. Probably get a good price with that one. Nice win for Anaheim against your Kings last night there, Tony. Or not, I'm sorry, against Boston yesterday. Boston, yeah. Anaheim got Boston in overtime. Late goal there. Got it tied up for Boston, and Anaheim won there. And then Jersey at Nashville. Hey, Nashville won a home game, right? Yeah, that doesn't happen very rarely. So I'll take Jersey in that one.
There from Ron on over to Al Nino's, just the 6:07s.
Right, I'm gonna agree with Ron on a couple here. I like the Avs, a little juicy, so you can lay a little bit on the puck line as well. Don't need to go full on -1 here, but I want to bring that juice down a little bit. I also agree on the Devils here. Got burnt by the Predators, or should I say bit by the Predators? Either way, last night. But I think, as you said, I don't think they'll get 2 in a row. So I'll take the Devils in that one. Not crazy about it, but leaning Devils. And going to disagree, however, on the Ducks. I'm going to keep riding them. I mean, I know they're not going to win forever, but we're still getting great value on a team that's been pretty hot. And I think they'll try to keep riding this momentum as long as they can. I know they won't have much else to root for this season. So I think they try to keep this going as long as they can. And I'll take a shot with the big plus money here on the Ducks.
There we go from El Nino. So continue here. We'll close out NHL with the 7:07s, include the 8:07s here. Maple Leafs and Blackhawks. Maple Leafs $2.47, total 6. Stars and Islanders. Stars $1.27, total 5.5. Sharks and Flames. Flames at home $2.25, total 6. Canucks and Hockey Club. Hockey Club $1.55, total 5.5. Over to Ron.
Yeah, what Rod say, Soderblom, and on Sundays, and when it snows in Chicago and closed airports or something like that, right? He said Chicago. I think, yeah, puck line. I'd look at Chicago and a puck line in that one. Ottinger in net for the Dallas Stars. We're going to go with Dallas against the Islanders in that one. I got a premium on the late game there. And, Utah last night. Good game against the Kings. Kings did win. Sorry about that, Tony. The Kings did win that game. And then Vancouver on the road. But we got pretty much two bums in goal in this one. So give me over 5.5 Vancouver and Utah for tonight.
It's there. On over to Al.
I might take a shot with the Blackhawks. This is one where I might even consider the plus 1.5. I hate to give up all that plus money, but actually, no, just give me the Blackhawks money line. I'll take a shot for the Maple Leafs just to come out flat. They are the better team, definitely on paper. I mean, they're not – yes, they are overpriced, but they're definitely big favorites for a reason. But, again, just going to take a little shot on the Blackhawks, not going too crazy with it. I like the Stars here to get it done on the road against the Islanders. Should be a good competitive matchup, but I do think, again, the Stars are the better team. We're laying a pretty decent price on the road with them here. And those are definitely my two favorites on this slot.
There from Elias. Okay, we got you through here. Through the hockey. Now it's time for our Parlay peripheral segment. Just a reminder, guys, we're giving you our free picks here, but if you want our best bets, visit our site over at Tony'sPicks.com. We've got all our site up there with our best bets and more. So go ahead and get signed up to our best bets right there at Tony'sPicks.com. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15% off. Their multi-cap promotion also available there at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's continue here on the show. Now it's time for our Parlay peripheral segment where our cappers can give us their parlay. They give us a team or player prop. Baseball if they want. We got exhibition baseball now in full swing now. They make the call. It's their segment. Start with Ron.
Hey, the Royals are undefeated. Let's do this.
Yeah.
No, anyway, we'll look at some college basketball. I'm going to take Ohio State, Tulane, and USC. I think 3 dogs that can win those games outright. So take those 3 right there.
Yeah, from Ron. Next up on over to Al.
I'm going to go Celtics first quarter -3, Warriors first quarter -3, and the Wizards first half +7.5.
They're from Al Ninos on over to Solo.
I'm going to go Spurs money line. Let's go Purdue, Indiana over, and USC plus the points.
All right, I'll go with South Florida with the over Knicks Celtics and give me the plus the points here with the Dallas Mavericks. All right, we got you through probably peripheral segment. Now it's time for see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big Sunday of action across the board with NBA, college hoops, and hockey. We'll see what Ron has for sale right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Ron's putting impressive numbers, all sports combined. Also, the NHL, look at this, almost over coaching 1,900 units of profit for 2025. Ron, what you got for sale?
You already had a 3-pack of soccer that went off. I'll give you the last one. Take Real Sociedad -1 in the Liga this afternoon. Also got a 3-pack in college basketball. I got my NBA 3-point play and my NHL slap shot play for sale over there. So you can get that right now at Tony's Picks. And like everybody says, everybody's on the leaderboards here. Pair us up. Get your best value on all the cappers that are doing very well in different sports. So. And use that code TonyT at checkout for 15% off.
Very good. Yeah, get on board with Ron Crawford over at Tony Hicks. See the great results from Ron here right now. Look at all the green across the board. Yesterday, 7 days, 30 days. For the year, he's been on a tear. Look at see the numbers here. Fully documented results. So get on board with Ron over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see multi-packs up there. 1 day best bets as well up on the board. Maybe consider the long-term pass. Remember that 1 month pass will get you all the way through March 22nd. So we get you the picks here from college basketball regular season, conference tournament action, so possibly some NIT early action there from NCAA tournament play-ins. So there you go with the 1 month.
KBO coming. KBO's coming.
That's right. KBO's coming. So get on board here with Ron over at Tony's Picks. Of course, promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 15% off. So get signed up. All right, we'll take a look here and see what El Nino's has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's coming off a big Saturday of action as well. There on a big Saturday. So, Al, what you got for sale?
I got my $19 best bet in the NBA, and I got my best bet in the NHL. Also, that's it for now, but should be getting a couple more plays in actually before 11. And of course, as always, make sure you keep an eye out for those team plays. Definitely a great feature we have over at Tony's Picks, and one you'll want to take advantage of with those long-term and 2-for-1 capper passes.
That's right. You got both Nino's over at Tony's Picks. So get those best bets and packages up there. And you have also the long-term passes will a great value as well. So get on board with Al. And Nino's over at Tony'sPicks.com. And the promo code Tony to check out will save you that 15% off. All right. We'll take a look and see what Solo's got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. Here, Solo's been red hot here, so we'll get the numbers up for you. Look at the Saturday yesterday, 576 units of profit coming off of a huge Saturday of action. So, Solo, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
I'm loaded in NBA today. I got a 3-pack. I got a 3-pack NBA. I got a best bet NBA. I'm actually going to add one more play, but that'll be in college basketball. Thinking about adding a little package, but I don't love it, so I'm probably just going to have one play, and then we'll hold the bullets to tomorrow. So sign up with me short-term, long-term. Pair me one of the good cappers. Everybody's on the board, like OG Ron said. We heating up, baby. Tony's Picks. We'll be doing it real big this year in 2025, so get with us. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank. You see Solo's been on tear here with his results here. Look at 576 units of profit, a big Saturday. Get on board with Solo. 3-pack right now up there from the NBA. Also has got a best bet on the board, so get on board with Solo. You may consider the long-term pass, the 30-day All Sports Pass up to a year. Get all of Solo's premium plays for that time for you to select. When you go to his Handicapper page, make that purchase. And remember that promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. So go ahead and get signed up here with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. I've got also a best bet on the board. Also 3-pack for myself, also bundled into my best bet is bundled my 3-pack. So don't buy them both, either buy my best bet or buy my 3-pack, because my best bet's bundled in there with mixed sports with NBA and college hoops, or get on board with my long-term pass. We talked about that 1-month pass covering you all the way through March 22nd. So we got a lot of college basketball there, regular season and conference tournament action. And use promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. Guys, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. East time with our morning show. So make sure you check us out. Like and subscribe and set those notifications. Of course, if you ever miss a show, you can always go to our YouTube channel and check us out there. Of course, on our live tab is where you'll find the Tony's Picks morning show on archive. So if you need to go back there and watch the show, you missed it earlier, or you need some help with the later games, we're ready. We got you covered here with our archive. Also, yesterday's show there, our happy hour Monday through Fridays, also on our live tab. Check it out there. Also, we have a lot of on-demand content I produce, as well as many of our cappers will produce individual picks from the games, also compilations as well of all the games there. A little deeper dive, if you like. We talked about Rod's hockey. Rod's got a lot of hockey up there, covered all the board today. So you want Rod's NHL, go to our YouTube channel and go to our on-demand section. A lot of content up there as well. For El Nino's comes in with his underdog pick of the day as well. So guys, check our YouTube channel out over at Tony'sPicks.com, and you'll be ready to roll here with a lot of our content there. Make sure you give us a subscribe so you don't miss any notifications of any of our picks here on the show. All right, we got you through there. Just want to make note, El Nino's also puts together every day an underdog video.
Yeah, that's right. Looking for 3 dogs. I know you give me the choice of any sport. I usually go NBA first. If I can't find any dogs there, I'll dive into college basketball. But I know how much everyone loves their NBA, and so do I. So I'll usually start there. And coming off a 2-1 day yesterday, so make sure you check out today's picks. I kind of like quite a few dogs today, so it's hard to narrow it down to my top 3 for the video. But make sure you check them out.
Check it out. Of course, Ron, of course, you a picture here on the happy hour Monday through Friday on Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
Yeah, me and Rod and Ramon usually out there stand-ins Monday through Friday, and you'll see some SEC videos usually on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday, Saturday. So look for those SEC college basketball videos as well.
Very good. You can catch Sel here on our live show. Comes here in the mornings, and occasionally we'll see you on the happy hour as well.
Yeah, I'm popping in the morning. I'm definitely going to swing through the happy hour this week. But real quick, Tony, I see somebody in the chat asking me about the Bucknell game. Yeah. I actually didn't handicap that game. So I don't know if anybody else has a premium, want to give them some, but I'm sorry, I didn't handicap that game. Rich, I ain't handicapped that game, Rich. I have no idea.
Sorry, Rich. Yeah, neither did I. I don't even have no. I didn't get that one. Sorry, that's one game that was off my radar too. That conference pretty much been off my radar. I've been really off my radar since Bucknell's been in the NCAAB tournament. It's been a while now. They're kind of going the other way, but no, sorry, can't help you there either.
I don't like the free throw shooting for Bucknell, but I would lean Bucknell against Army today. I just don't like that free throw shooting. It wouldn't be a premium for me, but I'd lean that way, Rich.
There you go, Rich. There, the question there on the Bucknell. All right, That's going to do it here for our Tony Smart Show. We're back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, so make sure you tune in to the show right before you go. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Be smart, baby.
Good
Let's
luck.
get to the bank.
Let's do it.
Good luck to everyone. All right, we're going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning Sunday, and we're back here tomorrow on the 26 Morning Show.